America and the Ad Council.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Well, you're listening to Northeast Radio SD, Watertown, South Dakota. Our little locally owned community online radio station. It doesn't have the old school tower, but by George, do we have some reach? And we can make sure that you get heard, get your business out there, do some branding. We get on the onlines too. So you could be watching us on Facebook Live or YouTube or Instagram or LinkedIn. Then we also upload a lot of the live newscasts that we do. But for those that aren't aware, that watch a lot of the lives online, you can download our app and you can use that just like any of the other streaming apps or music apps that you have on your device now and Bluetooth, and run that right through your car stereo. So I don't know, not everybody really knows that.
Oh yeah.
So if you are familiar with how to pair your phone or tablet or whatever that you use to Bluetooth in your vehicle, well, bam, download our app, and then when you get in your car, turn it on, and then you'll hear it throughout your speakers. Otherwise, like I've gotten before here too, you can buy the little they're like little charger. They plug into the charging port of your vehicle, or the cigarette lighter, spot. That's what I call them. Anyways, but now we find a lot of the younger folks these days, it's just a charging port, right? So anyways, you can get them for like $15, and it goes right into there, and usually has two charging USB hookups on there, and then you just tune it to a certain station that's not being used, like a radio station that's dead air, if you will, no stations on there. Then boom, you'll hear the app running through your speakers. And you can also talk to people when they call you, stuff like that. You can hear them through your speaker as well. Wonder how many times I did this. All right, so anyways, that's how all that works. So let people know that, I guess. I'm finding out that not everybody realizes that you can stream online. You can also stream it on our website, and then you can download our app to stream the radio. You can stream us live. I mean, we're jamming 24/7 all the time anyway, so it's just that we're live. We are live Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. unless there's something going on. Like today, there's an appointment at 11 a.m., so I'm going to have to blast off for a short period. And then we'll be back on, and, things are just how it goes sometimes, South Dakota's wild. Anyway, so Northeast Radio SD, Watertown, South Dakota. Thanks for cruising along, taking me on your journey of your day. We hope you have a great, positive day today. We have some interviews coming up today, so it'll be a nice day. We'll float right on through it. We'll have Connington Connects. That's going to come in around 8:30 for their weekly visit. And then we have Dakota Nearison with the Henry School, and she's bringing in some kiddos to talk about some cool activity that they recently did. Teasing. And then let's see. Then we got the Watertown Figure Skate Club. Be here at about 11:15. And then we'll have Steph Sauter coming in at about 1 o'clock to do a live interview as well. So let's look at what we got going on today as far as some of those interviews go. If you go to northeastradiosd.com, you can see our full all the videos. You just scroll down a little bit past the weather. You got the weather there. You can even ask the old Gemini what you should wear, silly stuff like that. But, anyways, you can scroll down and see all the videos, which is all of our interviews and so forth. And then as we continue to get more segments, like this Friday, we'll have at 8 a.m. Allie Helly in our new segment, What the Helly with Allie Helly. So that'll be interesting. And then she's done a kick-ass job of sending out like a survey and getting information from people and getting topics of what they'd like to talk about, things like that. So yeah, thank you. That's awesome. I couldn't ask for anything. I didn't ask for anything. I just said, hey, do you want to do this? Yep. Bam, bam. So that's awesome. And then you can see, if you click on the news tab at the top, you can see, well, all of the news that we've got. And we've been pumping out as best as we can. As the political season's getting a bit, getting closer to election day. Primary election's June 2nd. So now you should be registered to vote. If not, see if you are registered to vote. Otherwise, you won't be able to. But anyways, we've got lots of stories out there from previous on who's running and so forth. But we'll do kind of a recap too as we get closer, and then we'll be providing our own version of local election coverage that night. What's nice is we can do everything on the fly because we're another benefit of being live and being online and locally owned or whatever is right there at the courthouse. I can just walk right out to the hallway and bam, hit an iPad or whatever and just say, oh, okay, here's who won this. And we can break in everywhere, even on the old radio station. So yeah, it's just a different way of doing radio. Pretty cool. Appreciate it. Appreciate all the support from the folks out there. And some people aren't quite sure how everything works as well. So tried to put a lot of information out there on the World Wide Web for people to find easily. But you can go to more and you can go to Behind the Mic and, read more stuff there. But essentially, we are a full online internet, whatever radio station. We got local ads, we got local partners that we work with. So the only difference is we don't have the big old tower and you can't go in your vehicle and turn it to the dial. But we've got music that we've purchased, and we continue to invest in more music. I mean, it's actually pretty easy. You can go and buy, like online music online nowadays for, find a bundle or find places that sell to radio stations. Shoot, you can buy a big old chunk of music for, like 30 cents a song or 80 cents, or depending on how new it is, stuff like that, or how popular it is. So anyways, there's a few things, but when I was researching about starting Northeast Radio SD and what would be the best way and most cost effective, all that, I come to find that the host Live 365 was by far the most badass because I'm a big music fan. I'm actually into music, and so I want to make sure that they get their cut, whatever that might be. So there are several major music licensees that you pay, and then they disperse it somehow or another to the musicians. So another great benefit of being online is when you listen, you'll see it'll say the name of the artist and the album. There'll be an album cover. You can even click on it somewhere on your screen there, and you can go and purchase it if you want to as well. So, but anyways, that information is called metadata inside of there. and Live 365 can read that, and shoo, every month, or I don't know how they do it, but they basically, as part of your package, they take care of all the licensing to the main licensors. So they put that information out there as well. That way, it's easy to find, and we want individuals to know, hey, being a local news outlet that people can hopefully count on and have trust in. We want you to know how it all works. So here we go. Anyways, it covers about 99% of commercial music worldwide, and it's fantastic. We sure enjoy our Live 365. That's why we've got our own app, and so you just download that on Apple or Google. Easy as pie. So, all right. Well, thanks for cruising along. Let's take a look at the news that we've got today. It's always good to start with a little education. We'll cover the Watertown Chamber and Leadership Lab. They brought in Alex Conkey to talk about Leadership Lab 2.0 and starting a new one here in September. Also, it's National EMS Week, so we had EMS Chief Gary Langrock and paramedic Blaine Marlowe. The second, Watertown Area Community Foundation Youth Council, and they're marking 25 years. Watertown Police sent out a release about their Lenco Bearcat armored rescue vehicle. So we'll talk a little bit about that. South Dakota Wildland Fire preseason briefing, and how there's some PPE grants that are available. Also, a sentencing in Brookings for an individual that got 30 years in the pen for abusing a 3-month-old daughter. So we'll cover some of that there for you in the live newscasts. We try to have those at 7:30, 8:30, and 12:30, unless there's an interview or something like that. I figure nowadays, I know people want to count on stuff with timing and whatnot, but now you can also watch the news or any of the interviews on your time, like on demand, right? So I try to get there as close as we can, But anyways, we're just kind of rocking and rolling over here. Taking a look at your morning scroll too, you can see that we shared from the Watertown Currents story on the Watertown Lions, Rotary, Kiwanis, and Optimist clubs gathering for the ribbon cutting on Monday. So that's pretty neat. We appreciate our partnership with the Current as well, and encourage you to check out if you got a few minutes, or if maybe you've got a problem. This guy's done some work for us, and Eli Rudabush. I like to say you can rely on Eli, but we've got a little map drawn out there right on the Facebook. Show you how to get to his shop, and it's I think they'll even come pick it up from you too. So yeah, there you go. Okay, well, we've got some music coming up for you. We have Eric Clapton, we have Morgan Wallen, we've got Savage Garden. We have all sorts of stuff just all over the place. So the music is going to definitely be eclectic, I think, if that's a proper or okay term. And then you're going to, if somebody's like, oh man, that song sucks, or there was a F-bomb in there I didn't catch, boom, out of there, right? So just keep in touch. You got something you want to talk about, or you got something that we should bring up for city officials, things like that, then just email contact@northeastradiosd.com or send us one of those direct messages, a DM. So anyways, all right, well, we're going to go get our That's a Fact Jack, and then be back after these messages and a song from Eric Clapton called Pretending. You're listening to Northeast Radio SD, Watertown's first and only locally owned all digital online radio station.
After a long Come winter, it's great to see some springtime temperatures finally arrive in Northeast South Dakota. And if your vehicle is in need of some repair, replacement, it clunks, it bangs too much, well, Dave Haler Automotive is the name you need to know. Whether it's for a new Chevrolet or one of our really nice pre-owned vehicles, we also have a great service department, parts department, and a body shop if your vehicle needs a little loving. You should come see us. Dave Haler Automotive, East Highway 12 in Webster, on the web at halerauto.com.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Jannard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Working on the sound of the band, trying to get the music right. Two go out working, three stay home at night. That's when she said she was pretending, like she knew the plan. When I knew she was pretending, pretending to understand, pretending, 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 satisfied, lost in love. Situations change. You never who used to think you are. How strange. That's when she said she was pretending, like she knew the plan. That's when I knew she was pretending, pretending to understand, pretending, 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 I get lost in alibis. Sadness can't prevail. Everybody knows strong love can't fail. Don't be pretending.
I'm Glenn Billhauer, your state senator. I spent decades as a CPA in Watertown, reading the numbers and making sure the books balance. That's not something you turn off as a state senator. We all want more money in our pockets, and that's why I'm fighting to keep your taxes low and make sure every dollar the state spends is necessary to take care of South Dakotans. It's your money, you earned it. This is Senator Glenn Billhauer, and I would appreciate your vote on June 2nd in the Republican primary. Paid for by Glenn Billhauer for South Dakota Senate, Luann Straight and Don Roby, campaign co-chairs.
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack!
South Dakota is one of the only places in America where a single lightning strike changed the entire course of state history. On June 30th, 1970, a bolt of lightning hit a remote butte near Buffalo, South Dakota, and the shockwave exposed a massive, previously unknown Tyrannosaurus rex fossil. That fossil became known as Black Hills Rex, one of the most complete T-Rex skeletons ever found at the time. The discovery helped launch decades of paleontology work in the state, eventually leading to the world-famous dig sites that uncovered Sue and Stan, two of the most complete T-Rexes ever discovered. So the next time a South Dakota thunderstorm rolls in, remember, a single lightning strike once uncovered a dinosaur and helped put our state on the world map. And that, my friends, is a fact, Jack.
That's the fact, Jack! That's the fact, Jack! I've been looking at you from across the room. About time I got my nerve. Well, you might tell me, boy, hell no. But hell, what can it hurt? 'Cause I just wanna spin you round and round this dance floor. Get you drunk on a love like mine. Might wind up and steal a couple kisses. Get your digits if I can find the right line. Well, you don't do feelings, baby, if you're willing, I'ma do my best to change your mind. 'Cause the way you stole my heart, out of sight, well, it ought to be a crime. Got a pretty good feeling.